Hi there folks, and a big thank you for always coming back to my art studio, watching me do great things from toilet rolls. Yes, because today is another toilet roll and we are gonna make bananas. A regular, cute college kid during day, but at night he turns into Turbo Bananas, riding around in his crazy car. Now this is what you need. Not one, but two toilet rolls, and they're slightly different sizes. One is bigger and fits outside the other. You see, toilet rolls aren't all the same. They come in different sizes. Keep collecting until you find one that go on the outside of the other. Now, then you need a piece of stiff cardboard. Yeah, cardboard. Some brushes, a craft knife, ruler, pencil, some paints, glue, and what else? Anything else? Yeah, a little bit of sandpaper can be handy. Now, come on closer and let's get started. We'll start with the smallest toilet roll, making the body of bananas. Now, first we need to make a lid, and we draw around the tube here. That's the lid, and we cut it out. Be careful when you cut, always cut away from your fingers. Look at how I keep turning the cardboard around so that I always cut away from my fingers. There, almost a perfect circle. Then we glue that on top. First I take a bit of glue onto my fingertip, add it onto the edge of the toilet roll. There. Then I just wipe the excess glue off, wipe my hand a bit. Now this needs to dry, and luckily for me I have a dry one right here that I made earlier. Now notice that the edges are sticking out a bit because, you know, it's quite impossible to make a perfect fit right away. So you get this sort of scruffy edge that sticks out. Then, to make a nice polished figure, you take your craft knife, take the blade out, and then carefully chip away so that you get a clean, neat edge. As usual, notice that I'm cutting away from my fingers. Never cut towards your fingers. Then, to really polish it off, use a sandpaper. Now, you don't really have to do that, but if you do, it will sure be a nicer finish, and that's what I like to do. I like to have a really nice finish. So, go like this as you turn your roll, and then do one on top as well. So you get this sort of rounded edges. Nice and smooth, nice and rounded. If you do a good job, it will end up like this. Look at this. Oh, nice. Nice and smooth. That's great starting point for our superhero. Then we'll paint it white. Sort of medium large brush. And then we paint. Now I use acrylic paints. They soak into the cardboard, making the whole thing much stronger. And of course, white and very pretty. Now the reason why I paint white first is to give a nice foundation for the yellow color. That means that the yellow color will look brighter and more intense than if I paint yellow directly onto the gray cardboard. Luckily I have one that is already finished and painted, so I can put the wet one away and continue to teach you how to do this stuff. Here I have painted twice. That means one layer, then I dry it, and then another layer. Then I get a really nice, beautiful, white, shiny finish. So onto here we will cut the mouth. Now the mouth is 3 cm down from the top. So the top is where you have the lid. 3 cm. There, make a mark, and then draw a straight line, as straight as you can. Is that straight? Yeah, roughly there, and then measure again. It's supposed to be 3 cm. So 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, quite perfect. Then we make a cut. So take the blade back, and then very slowly, very neatly make a straight cut along the line. I don't try to go through the cardboard right away. I cut several times, being careful to control the movement every time. Once I'm through, I'm careful to stop right at the 3 cm mark there at both sides. Okay, that should do it. Then we open up the mouth. You do that by pushing in the middle and then squeezing a bit on the sides. So here, like that. See here now, a nice mouth. And then you can also stick your finger inside and then control how big you want the mouth to be. Keep working at it a little bit, keep squeezing a bit, and then adjusting until you have a nice curve for your mouth. There. Now we can paint it yellow. Now in fact I want to draw on the eyes first. Here are the eyes. 1 and 2. Now this is how you can use a pencil to draw the eyes, but I have something else to show you. A eye tool. I made this tool by, cutting a piece of toilet roll and then opening it up here and then making a couple of eyes, really perfect. And now I can use this for all my figures. I can just put it over here, over the mouth like this, adjust it this way up, and then just draw like this. Here's one eye, here's the other eye. Okay, now we are ready to add on the paint. Bright yellow, medium-sized brush. I have added a little bit of white into this bright yellow paint to make it look more even as you apply it. So you apply it everywhere except for the eyes. So inside the mouth, on the body of course, and once you go around the eyes, make sure you give it some extra space because you need quite a lot of white. You need the eyes to be quite big. And then make sure you do the details like the edge of the mouth and inside here, inside the corners. Take some time doing it properly. Okay. And then I dry this and then I do it twice. Then I have a really strong bright yellow layer of paint. And then it will look like this when it's dry. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? And then we continue with a smaller brush and white. Can you see here? This is where we draw the lines for the eyes, but we want the eyes to be bigger than that. So I will whiten out, cleaning up the pencil marks, making sure the eyes are really all white. There. Then we'll add red for the mouth. Small brush again. All the way inside, but not all the way out. So the mouth, the shape of the mouth is actually bigger than the shape of the red that I'm painting. The red goes sort of inside the shape. There. Now, this needs to dry for a little while. There, nice and dry. Then we continue with the black lines. I'm dipping my brush into black paint that is a little bit diluted with water so that the lines are easier well, they flow easier basically. Okay, so now we need to work really steady, adding a nice ring around the eye here. Just dip the tip of the brush so that you avoid the big mess. And then in the middle, pupils, 1, 2, slightly cross-eyed to make him look a bit cute. And then bananas also have this sort of spark, you know, call it whatever you like, eyelids, you know, this star shape here. 1, 2, and 3 on one of the eyes. Yeah, quite nice. Then we need the B for bananas on the chest, the superhero logo. So we start with a black circle there. And now this needs to dry. Next, I bring in my white paint and the finest, smallest brush that I have. So I dip it in, not too much, only at the tip there. Then I will draw carefully the B for bananas, the logo. All heroes needs some kind of logo, at least that's what I think. And the chest is a very suitable place. Now, during daytime, you know, bananas is a regular college boy, and then the bee kind of just looks like a college sweater or something. But of course, at night with his helmet, then you can see that it's a real superhero bee. While the bee dries, let's take the helmet from the other one and then see if it fits. Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. Now, let me show you how to make the helmet. For that, you need the other toilet roll. Remember the one that was bigger, so it fits on top here. And then we are going to make the shape by turning or pressing the top towards the center, creating a nice curve on each side like this. So you just keep on pressing so that they meet in the middle, and then closing the gap there as much as possible. Just keep on sort of forming and molding the cardboard. The cardboard is quite soft, that it's easy to shape with your fingertips. Squeeze the edges on top there as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The curve should be as nice and even as possible on each side and about the same level. Then we take glue and lots of it. So squeeze out quite a lot of glue. The glue that I use is a kind of a paper slash wood glue. It can glue just about anything. So I smear it out, closing the gap with the glue, and then smearing it a bit out all over the top, because the glue soaks into the cardboard, making the cardboard stronger. Also the edges, if you want to make the edges stronger, just put smear a little bit of glue on the edges here and the tips here, then they will be stronger as well. Then you wait for it to dry. That can take a while, so luckily I have one here that I glued earlier and is all dry. So you see the glue glows transparent like this. This one we need to make the eyes. So I bring out my eye tool again. Remember my eye tool? And before I do that, we need to measure where the eyes should be. As you can see from the helmet, the eyes from the top of the curve there, it's 1 cm. So you got to mark from the top of the curve, you mark 1 cm. So that's the levels of the eyes. And so I put this on. Yeah, it's up on that level there now. And then position in the middle. There are the eyes. And of course, if you don't have this tool or don't want to make it, you can of course go by eye measurement. Just draw a line for 1 cm, and then you carefully draw 2 circles. Then we cut To do the cutting, I have a smaller knife. You see, here's the big one, there's a small one. Sometimes it can be good to take a smaller toilet roll and stick inside here so that you get some support. So you get some support on this side, and then you are supported on that side as well. And you carefully cutting, always cutting away from you. You cut along the line, don't rush it, cut several times. And of course, I do recommend highly that you get an adult to help you with this to be absolutely safe. Okay, let's see. Yay! One eye's out. Let's do the other one. There. Hey, oops. Not completely through yet. Okay, there we go. There. Now, it tends to look a bit scruffy in the beginning. That's when you need a pencil or something round, so that you can rub around inside the eyes like that. Can you see the difference? See here, I'm sort of rubbing at the edges. You see? Now they look a lot better than without the rubbing. We're gonna do some more rubbing later after we paint. But first, let's cut off the size of the helmet. As you can see here, it's about that size. So we can measure 3.4 cm. So you measure 3.4 cm from the same spot there. And I have another handy tool here. Look at this, a normal toilet roll. Opened it, because now you can pop this inside and you use this as a ruler, you see? You put it by the mark and then your pencil. And it's a ruler to get a straight line all around your cardboard tube. This cutting is quite easy. Just follow the line and then keep turning the tube. There. Then sandpaper is handy. Get rid of the scruffy stuff. Nice. If you get loose stuff like this, that sometimes happens in toilet rolls, get the glue out and then fill these gaps with glue, and very soon you have a nice whole roll again. Okay, let's paint. In with the black paint, medium sized brush, and start up here. I'm quite generous with my paint. Also make sure you get paint inside the edges here. That will also make the edges stronger. And then use your finger to wipe off the paint inside the eyes here. Can you see there's some paint inside? So that not big lumps of paints get dries in there, you know, making it hard for the body to go in later. Okay, like that. Now, when you're done, you will end up with the helmet looking like this. Now, let me show you another trick to make the eyes really perfect. You take your pencil again, and then you rub. After the paint is dry, you rub, and then you sort of make sure you get really round and nice eyes, and that the edges are really smooth and nice. There. You may have noticed that this helmet is shinier and glossier than this one. That's because I have added a little layer of lacquer. Now that's all up to you. If you want to put on a bit of acrylic lacquer on top, that's fine. If not, you can also use the matte one. Okay, so let's pop it on and see what it looks like. Hey, perfect. Now, shall we go for a spin in the superhero car? All right. In you go, Turbo Bananas. Turbo Bananas to the rescue.